Hi, I'm Rose Wellings. I'm a Learning and Development Advisor in the Learning and Development team based in the Womble Bond Dickinson Bristol office. I have encountered some gender bias in my career. Two of the places that I worked prior to working for where I am now, Womble Bond Dickinson, was an energy company, and also I worked for the police in intelligence. And especially more in the police, there were some older police officers that had potentially older viewpoints on females in the workplace, and a lot of the joking and banter that went on. I personally didn't get offended by it, but I would often point out to people that could be perceived as funny by some people, but for other people they could be offended by the way that you talk about women. You know, if you pull people up on that enough, it then just starts to get them thinking about how they might be perceived and how that might come across to other people. Listen to people before approaching them and before communicating with them, because the first rule of communication is to listen before you speak, and therefore then you can get your message across in a much more concise and precise way. So the piece of advice I would give to a woman starting in her career is firstly, be kind to yourself, because you need to, I know for one, I've been unkind to myself in the past and been my own worst critic, and really accept your differences, because sometimes your differences are what makes you a better person both in and out of the workplace. Understand yourself, love yourself, and understand, accept and love others, and just communication is the key to being successful in both your career and outside of your career.